So I've been meaning to do this for a while. Got some venison in here. Cut up, I don't know, 3/4, half-inch cubes. Cubes, whatever. Some red onion in there to start. And I'm going to grease my pan. I should have done this before I put the stuff in there. But I'm going to grease my pan with bacon grease. And then I'm going to throw some Worcestershire and some soy in there to just get it soaking. I should have had it marinating already, but didn't. I forgot about it, and it's already Sunday. Throw my meat back over there. I'm just slathering on the bacon grease here. And that's for the pan as much as it is for the food. Meat back on this side, and if I'd greased it first I wouldn't have to worry about that, but anyway, you get the idea. Just slather that grease everywhere. Alright, now let me wash my hands. Okay, we're gonna basically marinate it just for a couple hours in what it's going to be cooking in. So there's your Worcestershire. And the soy sauce has a good amount of salt in it too, so I shouldn't have to salt it as much later. Right? Yeah, salt. And I guess I could use something other than my hands to move this around. In the past, I've also used Coca-Cola. The acid kind of gets into that meat, starts breaking it down a little bit too. Takes the gaminess out. So we've got that all soaked. We're just going to let it warm up. Basically just letting it warm up to room temperature because it was in the fridge for almost a week. And let's get some garlic powder on that too. Yeah, hunter's pie. I had a student that asked if I'd do a shepherd's pie, and I said, yeah, I'll look into that. And we don't have any lamb on the property, but we certainly have deer. How about some pepper? Maybe do just a little bit of pepper for now. Always add more later. And I say there's salt in the soy sauce. It's true. Maybe just a pinch or two more. And if you've seen my channel before, you know I'll probably be putting this in the wood stove. Yep. And the coals are burning down right now. So I'll probably add another log. This is still cool this morning. And then once that's burned down to coals, I'll put this in. I'm actually going to close the lid on this. And we'll come back to it. I just went in the fridge and found just a little bit. This is loin. Yeah, this is tenderloin. So I'm going to throw that in there too. This was done on the smoker. So this will add a little bit of smoky flavor to it. I did this out on our smoker slash grill, and it's a week old, but it's still good. Got that smoky flavor, so I'll let that sit in there with the rest of it too. And I don't know what I'm going to put in this yet. I did buy a bag of frozen stew vegetables, so I'll definitely use the stew veggies, and then I'll mash some potatoes, of course, my special recipe. So the wife just brought this in from outside and figured a little bit of that in there, and that's good.
Wasting my good.
Just a little bit. Not wasting it. So Sarge is keeping an eye on the fire. Gotta let that burn down a little bit more. We ain't ready yet anyway. Alright, we can go ahead and get started on these mashed potatoes while we wait for that to, what's the word again, marinate, and the fire to burn down a little bit. And mashed potatoes, we're gonna keep it simple. I do dirty mashed potatoes. When I say dirty, I mean dirty. So not just the peel staying on, but you'll see here in a minute. I use some spice, and I don't strain that out. So all that flavor is gonna stay right in it. Likes to really use onions, so we'll put more than the average person would like for onions. So if you are taking notes, by goodness, you do not need to use as many onions as I'm going to use. And who knows, there might be somebody crazier out there than my wife that thinks that my wife's not crazy at all and wants to use more onions. So I think I'm going to start with a half of an onion. Notice I said start with. This is just what's going to boil with the potatoes. Whew. Eye's getting a little bit stingy. Mixed pickling spice, and I'm going to put it right in the boiling water. I know it's not boiling yet, but it will be. Yeah, we're going to get that going on the stove. We've got a glass lid somewhere, but this will have to work. That pickling spice smells pretty good. Alright, so my sister canned some of our tomatoes from our garden this summer. So these are only like a month. Oh gosh, that's a good seal. Like a month or two old. Good seal. And I'm going to just dump this right on top. That's a lot of tomatoes. But, whatever. And then I'm going to get a bag of stew veggies. And this is looking good too as far as the fill level. So that'll cook down probably a little bit, and then the mashed potatoes will coat the top. I feel like I need a little bit of water in there just so it steams. A third of a jar here. There we go. We are almost ready, I think. Oh yeah. Oh, that'll be perfect. Pull out the damper, close it. Over to our taters, and let's see if it mashes. It's mashing through. It's still kind of hard. Let me get a fork. Yeah, see how it cracks rather than just smushes in. It's not done. Notice I'm not worried about straining any of the spice out. I want as much of that to stay in as possible, really. Anyway, let's get some milk. Now we don't want to put a lot of milk in because we want it to be like a paste, not so runny like it is like a soup. My wife's running to the store right now. Hopefully she can find the other secret ingredient, which is not a secret. I don't mind sharing it with anybody. Garlic butter, y'all. Garlic butter. A lot of people just use regular butter. I like garlic butter. And if she doesn't have that, then I'll come back and I'll just add some garlic powder with some regular butter. While I wait for her, we'll just cover this back up. I also want to take a peek at our stew, if I can take this off. Oh yeah, we got a boil on in there, that's good. I'm spilling, oh no. Definitely needed more debris in the bottom, coals. Shouldn't have cleaned it out so well. Alright, I just want to mix. Make sure stuff's not stuck to the bottom, you know what I mean? Let me get a spot to set this down. Alright, let's see what we've got going on in here. Oh yeah. I've seen other videos. I know people, they like to mince their meat really fine. But I want this to be more of a, I don't know, traditional stew. Everything's kind of about the same size. Oh yeah. You know, I thought there'd be too much tomato. Nope. It's just right. You can smell it, but it's not overwhelming. So that's all mixed up. I'm going to put that right back on there. I'm actually going to let it sit out to lose a little bit of the water content while we wait for our potatoes. So we had to add a little bit because we're going to be waiting a little while. So added a couple more. We'll let that burn down again. I'm just sticking my nose in it, smelling, and do need to get rid of some of that moisture, so I've been letting it just kind of evaporate off. But another thing I can do is to thicken it with other spices. So here is a little bit of curry powder, which I have grown fond of. And we're going to do, oh gosh, let's do some else do we have? Where's my oregano? I really like oregano. We've got some parsley here too. If I can open this. A little bit of parsley maybe, huh? Right there. It's right there. Oh yeah. Yeah, I love oregano. A little generous with that. I just put a little bit of cumin in there as well, and now I'm just putting a little bit of flour to thicken that stew juice up a little bit. Well, it's official, folks. Our little local shop, the Dollar General, didn't have any garlic butter, which isn't surprising. We usually save it from pizza, but we haven't had pizza in so long because, you know, stuff's expensive, y'all. So we'll just chop this up, let it melt in, and then we'll be about ready once we get it smooth, or smoother. I do like my potatoes with some chunks, but I think if you're doing a pie like this, you probably need it smoother. Let me put some more garlic powder in too, since we don't have garlic butter. We'll just do butter. And a generous, maybe, amount of garlic powder. Switch implements here. Off the top, let more moisture out. Another thing I'm wanting to try is a little bit of cheese in the mashed potatoes. I've never done this before, y'all. This is almost sacrilegious. But just a little bit maybe won't be too bad. And just a little. And if someone wants more, they can always add more. Now, I told you my wife likes onions, so we're going to go ahead and throw a layer of onions right on top here, in between our mashed potatoes, which also have onions.
Never have too many.
Never too many, she says. All right.
They're good for you.
That's true. Red onions are good for you. Now, they're supposed to be better not cooked, but I'm sure they're still good for you cooked. How's this looking, babe? Look at this stew. Mm-hmm. Put your nose over it. See what you think.
I could smell it when I came in.
Does it smell good?
Yeah, it smells good.
Mm-hmm.
The recycle place was full, so.
Yeah, well, wee one told me. Now my children, a couple of them like my mashed potatoes, but they don't like mashed potatoes in general. So I'm going to actually leave a little bit exposed maybe. What do you think? Is that risky? I don't know. I know you're supposed to like cake the whole top. I guess we could just take that off of theirs, right? Just serve theirs without the potatoes. Did I make enough? Well, it's not going to be coming out the top, but oh gosh, some of the liquid. See, it's too much moisture, but you know what? It'll be all right. See if I can do a halfway decent job closing this up. Could have used maybe another potato or two. Oh man, that's a lot of moisture in it. Is that going to ruin it? Ooh man. I guess I could leave a corner so it can boil out. Or 2 spots maybe. And then I do like the idea, other folks that have been putting these online, they rough up the top, I guess, so it gets more like area for the heat to get to. Is this what you're supposed to do? I guess like this, it crisps it. A lot of moisture in here. I don't know if it's gonna. I won't be putting the top back on, obviously, but let's see. All right, here we go. How's that look? All right. All right. Let's hope this time it stays more balanced because, well, it's more full. I just tasted some of the mashed potatoes. Oh my heavens, it's so good. And there. See, I was wanting to tip. I don't have enough stuff in there. Yeah, it's gonna tip.
It's heavy.
Huh?
Heavy.
Yeah. Maybe throw that in the back just for support. There we go. It's getting high back there, but we'll see. All right, everything is cooked. Now we're just letting it in there, bake the top, I guess. Reheat through and bake the top. All right, so definitely too much moisture in there. But we're boiling some of it off, you know. Hey, whatever works. We'll see how it tastes. That's the most important thing. Oh man, that looks good. Let me waft some of that towards you. Not bad. Well, we're boiling over. I can't wait to try it. It's been in there a good 20 minutes at least. I'm going to let it cook, continue to cook with the door open here for a few more. Unless we smoke up the house, I'll have to close it. Alright, well there it is. We just took it out of the wood stove. So much moisture left. We're going to let it cool for, I don't know, probably 15 minutes before we try to scoop it out of there. Did you smell it?
No.
It smells really good. I wasn't expecting that exact smell. Anyway, this is the camera ladies right here, the cheesy melt part.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to go next to it here. Way too much moisture, we've established that. But let's see if I can... Yeah. It's way too moist. But it smells really good. So, we can still taste it, right? Ah, it's fine right there. Stool. It's almost like you have like a moist stew and you just had some mashed potatoes next to it and you just decided to mix it up. That's what it looks like. Okay. Really smells good. Got a piece of meat. Got carrot, got onion, got mashed potatoes. Too hot. Oh, too hot. Whew. Good though. It's good. I was saying earlier that maybe it'd be too much tomato. It's perfect.
You're welcome.
There's not a dominant. There's no flavor. Not a single flavor that overwhelms the rest. The venison, if anybody thinks venison is too gamey, it's not gamey at all. All of the flavor. I can taste the pickling spice, but it's not overwhelming. The tomato, the carrot obviously was a big chunk there in that bite. Let's do another one. Let's take the carrot out. There's a bigger piece of meat. A little onion, mashed potatoes, and tomato. The meat is really good. It's the best ingredient for sure. The rest of them kind of support it. Make it not so strong, I guess. That's good. A big old onion right there. One of your onions, babe. All right. Good. The pickling spice in the mashed potatoes is amazing, y'all. If you've never done it, you need to try it. I didn't even try any extra salt or pepper on it. Probably doesn't, I mean, it really doesn't need it. It's good. Sometimes a little salt and pepper on top, though, not just mixed in, really makes it that much better. Flavors really come out. Of course, I like salt. Oh yeah. All right, guys, serve the rest of the family, folks. Have a good day.